Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the three layers of arteries and veins. So, we're going to work from the inside out. So we're going to explain them, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it. So the first layer is the innermost layer, and it's called the tunica interna. Okay, the tunica interna. It's the innermost layer. And it's the thinnest layer. It's made up of endothelium, or endothelial cells, which are similar to epithelial cells that are on your skin, but these don't have the keratin in them like your skin does to make it waterproof. We don't want these to be waterproof. So it contains endothelial cells, right? And basically what these cells do is they allow materials in and out of the bloodstream. Okay, so they allow materials in and out of the bloodstream. And they also do that with white blood cells. Okay, so this is also the layer that's in contact with blood. So even though it's thin, it actually plays an important role. So now the next layer is called the Tunica Media. Okay? And this is basically, it's made up of smooth muscle. And remember, smooth muscle you have no control over. You cannot actually sit there and make your blood vessels open and close. Okay, these work independently, involuntary. Whereas you can move your arm when you want to, you can't control these. Okay, basically what it's responsible for is called vasoconstriction. So they can vasoconstrict your arteries or veins. That means they makes them close. So they make your artery or vein smaller. This means there'll be less blood getting through that area. So when you need blood to go somewhere else, some parts of the body will vasoconstrict due to these muscles contracting. It also does vasodilation. A good example of this is after people eat, what happens is a lot of times they'll feel tired, and the theory is that the blood vessels down by the intestines are vasodilated, and they're opening up, and therefore they're getting more blood, whereas other parts of the body, they are constricting because they don't need as much blood right now because they want the blood to go get nutrients. So it makes arteries and veins larger. And veins larger. Okay, which allows for more blood. All right, and then the outside is the tunica externa. Okay, and this is the outer layer of blood vessels. And it's made up of connective tissue. Okay, so let's take a look at these now. So as I draw this, the inside, the thinnest layer, this part here is called the lumen. And this is what the blood actually travels through. And like we were saying, so I'm just going to call this the lumen. This is what blood travels through. Okay? And this would be my endothelium. I'm sorry, this would be my tunica interna. And then the muscular layer, the tunica media, is going to be the next layer. Now, on an artery, this layer is actually thicker than it is on a vein. So we're going to go like this and say tunica media. And like we said, this is all made of smooth muscle. Okay, and this is supposed to be brown. I don't know how well you can see this and distinguish it from the black, but this is made up of smooth muscle. And then like we said, on the outside layer, we have the tunica externa. Okay? And there are my 3 layers of blood vessels.